Inform them to bring a response in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yes.
It is hard if this land in Isinya can be transferred fraudulently, Honorable Speaker. I'll ask the chair or the vice chair to bring it in exactly 2 weeks.
Thank you. Response to a statement requested by Joseph Munyoro, MP Kigumo. Kahangara, you said you are holding brief for your chairman.
Yes,
So
Mr.
go
Speaker.
ahead and respond.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to respond to a statement regarding the disappearance of persons. The Honourable Member of Parliament for Kigumo Constituency, Honourable Joseph Munyoro, requested a statement on the disappearance of persons, and the Honourable Member particularly sought to be informed of, one, the whereabouts of Mr. David Gitau Maina, Mr. David Jehia Macharia, Mr. James Mboro Karaoke, and Mr. Patrick Karanja Gitau, and the status of investigations by police on their disappearances as reported at the OMB numbers 10-01-01-2025, 10-29/12-2024, 29/8/1-2025, and 14/01/225 respectively. Also, number 2 is actions being taken by the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to ensure that the said persons are expeditiously traced and reunited with their families, and perpetrators of the disappearances are brought to book. Measures put in place by the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to ensure the safety of residents of Mareira sublocation in Kigumo constituency. And number 4, plans put in place by the ministry to provide more vehicles to Kigumo police station to facilitate security. And I wish to state as follows. 1, disappearance of David Gitau Maina. Honorable Speaker, on 1st January 2025, Stephen Maina Gitau reported the disappearance of his father, David Gitau Maina, at Kigumo police station under OB number 10/01/01225. The report was officially circulated via Signal, Stapo, Kigumo reference KPS, KGM, KGMS, S&C 3/81, dated 2nd of January 2025. The following day, he reported the matter to the DCI office in Kangari, seeking assistance in tracing his father. Efforts to contact Mr. David Gitau through his mobile numbers were unsuccessful, as all had been switched off since the day he disappeared. The numbers were forwarded to Safaricom and Airtel service providers for tracking via the county CRIB, that's Security Investigation Bureau office in Muranga, on January 2025. While Airtel's report yielded minimal leads, Safaricom's report indicated that Gitau's phone for that matter had been inactive since the 29th of December 2024. DCI officers from Kangare, alongside the complainant, visited Mareira Shopping Center, where Gitau resided. His house was found locked from the outside. Inquiries with residents, including business owners at Mareira and Gakira shopping centers, confirmed that he was last seen on 27 December 2024. On the 18th of February 2025, officers from DCI Kigumo, led by IP Inspector Kadurima, arrested one Brian Mwangi in Kirinyaga County after forensic analysis linked his Safaricom line 0705-331-598 to David Gitau's phone through IMI 3535-41094-001100. He was arraigned in court on 20th February 25 as a prime suspect in the missing of David Gitau and remains in custody. Notably, Gitau's motorcycle was not circulated in police records as the family failed to provide its registration number. Additionally, an inquiry file number 2 of 2025 has been opened, and family members continue to receive updates on the progress of the investigations. The case is pending is before court. Number 2, on the disappearance of Daniel Njehia Macharia. Honorable Speaker, on the 29th of December 2024, Jane Nyambura, accompanied by a relative, Julius Njogona, reported the disappearance of her husband, Daniel Jehia Macharia, at Kigumo Police Station through OB number 10/29/12/224. They stated that he had left home for work on the 27th of December 2024 and had not returned. The report was circulated via Stapo Kigumo, reference number KPS KGM/KGMS/S85C/3/80, dated 31st December 2024, and later lodged with DCI Kangare. Investigations revealed that his mobile numbers had been switched off. Requests for M-Pesa and Airtel money statements were submitted through Kegumo Law Court Miscellaneous Application number A001/225. Safaricom's report showed his last M-Pesa transaction was on 25th December 2024, while no transaction had been reported on his Airtel line. DCI officers visited Greenview Bar in Ikombe, where Macharia was last seen. Statement from bar attendant confirmed his presence on 27th of December 2024, consistent with the family's report on when he went missing. Statements from family members have been recorded, and an inquiry file number 003/225 has been opened with updates provided to relatives accordingly. The case is pending under investigation. On the disappearance of James Mboro Kariuki, Honorable Speaker, on the 8th of January 2025, Ditex Ngure and John Kihara, residents of Irima Village, reported the disappearance of their brother James Mboro Kariuki at Kangari Police Station through OB number 29/8/01/2025. He was last seen at home on the evening of 1st January 2025. The case was circulated via Stapo Kangari reference KPS/KGM/KGR S&C/7/2225, dated 11th January 2025, and escalated to DCI Kangari. His mobile numbers had been switched off, prompting an official tracking request through Safaricom service provider. The report indicated that his primary line was switched off on the 26th of January 2025, while the second was deactivated on 1st February 2025. A search mission in Kamukabi area, led by Muranga County CRIB officers, yielded no conclusive findings. Statements from family members have been recorded. Inquiry file number 4225 has been opened as investigations continue. The case is pending under investigation. On the disappearance of Patrick Karanja Getao, Honorable Speaker, on the 14th of January 2025, Grace Kwamboka Karanja reported the disappearance of her husband, Patrick Karanja Getao, at Kakira Police Post at Daombi number 04/14/01225. She stated that her husband, a retired army officer, had left home on 7th of January 2025 and never returned. This case was formally circulated via Stapo Kegumo, reference KPS/KGM/KGMS/S85C/3/80, dated 15 January 2025, and was later reported to DCI Kangari. His 3 mobile numbers were all switched off. Forensic tracking requests were submitted to Safaricom and Airtel, with reports confirming that 2 of his numbers were last active on the 6th of January 2025. On the 29th of January 2025, DCI officers led by Kangari Sub-County Criminal Investigation Officer visited Patrick's home and conducted a thorough search, but no significant findings emerged. Statements from family members have been recorded, and an inquiry file number 5 of 2025 opened. The case is still pending under investigation. On actions being taken by the Minister of Interior and National Administration to ensure that the said persons are expeditiously traced and united with their families, and perpetrators of their disappearances are brought to book. Honorable Speaker, investigations into all 4 missing person cases are ongoing, with efforts focused on forensic analysis, witness statements, and other leads. Arrests have already been made in the connection with David Gitao minor's disappearance, while the other cases remain under active inquiry. The police remain committed to resolving these matters and providing regular updates to the concerned families. On measures put in place by the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to ensure the safety of residents of Mareira sublocation in Kigumo constituency, Honorable Speaker, the government has employed the following measures to enhance security across the country. One is increased police patrol and presence, strengthening both foot and mobile patrols to prevent crime, or enforcing police visibility in key areas such as residential neighborhoods, marketplaces, and transport hubs. Number 2, establishment of anti-abduction squad. A dedicated response team has been formed which will be domiciled at DCI headquarters to swiftly handle reported abduction cases. On expedited investigation, the police will swiftly handle all reported cases, ensuring prompt arraignment in court of law of those found culpable to deter future criminal activities. On enhanced crime reporting channels, the public is encouraged to anonymously share crucial intelligence through the Fichua Kwa DCI toll-free hotline 0800-722-203, ensuring confidentiality in reporting of crimes and the safety of whistleblowers. On revitalizing community policing initiatives, reactivating inactive community policing committees to improve collaboration between police and the community, fostering information sharing and early identification of security threats. Plans put in place by the Ministry to provide more vehicles to Kegumo Police Station to facilitate security. Honorable Speaker, the government is procuring more vehicles to ensure or to enhance operational efficiency, effectiveness, and mobility within Kegumo Sub-County. And the planned allocations are as follows. I hope the member is listening. Sub-County headquarters will be allocated 1 motor vehicle, Kegumo Police Station 1 motor vehicle, Kangari Police Station 1 motor vehicle, Ngonda Police Station 1 motor vehicle, and Gidembe Police Station 1 motor vehicle. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Kegumo is in the house. Yes, Munyoro.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thank you for the response. But I think one of the strangest things about these cases is that they've happened, all of them in one sublocation. And if you look at the answers given by the committee, they are only talking about pending investigations. In the case of David Gitau, he said that they've arrested someone who had his phone through a copy of the IME number. And I think it would have helped us to know what he's been charged with, whether he's confessed to either being part of the people that has caused the disappearance of Gitau, and whether he has any connection with the other disappearances. Honorable Speaker, they've talked about increased patrols in the region, and I would have liked to hear about the frequency, whether they've increased the number of police officers. We are told about forensics. It's unfortunate that in the case of James Buru Kariuki, his disappearance was reported on the 8th of January, and the report from Safaricom says that his phones were switched off on the 26th of January, which means it's 18 days later. So there is a lot of information that is not there, and I would like to get some clarity from the committee. Lastly, on the motor vehicles, I think we've gotten promises many times. I would like to know timelines, because buying motor vehicles is about budgeting and making sure that this is done. So kindly, could the committee tell us when we'll be able to get our motor vehicles? And I'm happy that they've said they'll give us 5 vehicles for patrols. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Do you have any response to those clarifications?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. As the member has said that all these incidences happen to come from one sublocation, I think the answers given on issues of disappearance, it's always advisable to give police time, because when somebody disappears, sometime you don't even know if they disappear, of course, willingly, or anything could have happened to them. But Mr. Speaker, I believe we give police more time to do the investigations, and as we have seen on the case of David Gitau, the arrest that has already been made, the issue of how the police were able to arrest the suspect is through the IMI number, and I think that indicates that indeed the police are working, and they have indicated that they will continue looking for the other persons through forensic ways. The issue of increased patrols, Mr. Speaker, I think that depends very much on the strength of the police officers in that particular area. And I can tell this House that now that we are going to do the budgeting, as a committee, we are requesting that we get more funding to be able to recruit more police officers, and that will help us to increase the strength of officers in particular areas. On the issue of motor vehicles, as we are aware that initially the government had entered in some contract of hiring the vehicles, and because of some issues, the government now plans to buy motor vehicles. And I can assure you, the member that this problem of motor vehicles is across the country, and as promised through the Minister for Interior, you'll be able to get the vehicles that are promised for your particular area. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Next order. Hold on. Yes, Bowen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sometime last year, around November, I drafted a question on the issue of Parliamentary Service Commission, especially the oversight. And Mr. Speaker, this is something I want to ask your indulgence and also advice, at the same time also give us a direction, because it is also a constitutional question. Mr. Speaker, the Article 95, Sub-Article 5B of the Constitution provides the National Assembly function of oversight, Mr.
Honorable
Speaker.
Bowen, you're saying you already asked that, requested for that statement?